flavors from the moment you're hungry. Some people might say hamburgers, others might say pizza, pasta. Like this, your favorite foods are all diverse. Well, of course I have mine too, but mine is special. Don't you want to hear about it? My name is Juno, and today I'm going to tell you guys about my favorite food, which might seem simple, but is a food full of stories and my grandmother's love. I will give you guys some clues about my favorite food. The first clue is that from long times ago, Americans traditionally believed that wearing a necklace that contains a shape of this nut will bring you good luck and long life. And my favorite food uses the squirrel's favorite nut as the most important ingredient. Do you get it? Yes, that's right. That nut is an acorn. But wait, I hope you guys don't think I just eat raw acorns as a squirrel. So, have you heard of acorn jello? Like its name, it is a wonderful collaboration of acorn and jello, and it is also a type of traditional Korean food. Whenever I visit my grandmother's house, I can have the special acorn jello she serves me. My grandmother always mixes chunks of warm and flabby acorn jello with the salty sweet soy sauce and some fresh vegetables. When I take a bite of this food, so many emotions and feelings explode like fireworks in my mouth. When it cuts through the food with my teeth, I can feel the sweetness of the acorn and the freshness of the forest, and it just feels like the whole nature is on my tongue. The acorn jello always made me feel full and happy after enjoying them. Even though acorn jello looks simple, we have to go through patience and hardship to make them. First, you have to dunk the acorns into warm water and leave them for 7 hours until they soften. Then you peel the soft acorns and you grind them with water until they turn into soft brown kneading. Then using a delicate net, you squeeze the kneading with all your strength. Some rich brown liquid will come out. Then you leave it for a day until the sediments sink under the clear liquid. Then you boil and mix them for hours and hours and cool them until it hardens. Finally, the acorn jello is made. You guys had a hard time listening to this process. Like this acorn jello making process is even such a hardship to hear it. So I am just amazed that my grandmother does this with no one's help. One day, I have bought some acorn jello at a nearby supermarket. But as soon as I took a big bite, oh my God. It was too different from the acorn jello that my grandmother's made. It was too stiff around it, and instead of the warm, flabby texture, it was too cold. That day, I experienced the difference between handmade food that goes through a complicated process and food manufactured in the factory with the cold machines. But once, I thought that I could have my grandmother's acorn jello anytime and whenever I want. But now my grandmother is over 70 years old now. But imagine that she is going through the hard process herself to make acorn jello. Someday I wouldn't be able to have acorn jello anymore. I can't be used to that I can't have this food because it has so much love in it. And it is also like my very own health amulet that is nowhere seen with other acorn jello. Even though someday I wouldn't be able to have acorn jello anymore, it will always be a part of my memory, and it will stay as my favorite food right now and from now on forever. Thank you for your kind attention.
This is the end of Ojuyen's speech. Judges may ask questions to the speaker.
Thank you for your speech. I wondered, other than love, are there any techniques that your grandmother uses to make such delicious acorn jello?
My grandmother and I live such a far away. Like, I cannot see her every time, actually, whenever I want. Just my grandmother just drives here and she sends me the acorn jello. So I don't really know that if there is a technique, but I think it is just her mind of care for her granddaughter, and I think just it is love and care for me.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Judges may